we are, guys, on the Towboat, Jeff boat, and today we're going to make a dish that one of my old buddies showed me how to make a long time ago. Old Marvin Williams from Picayune, Mississippi. He's quite the character, but when he told me we were going to make some squash and shrimp and squash, I was like, what? Shrimp and squash? It's pretty simple, but very tasty. Let's get started. We're just going to start off with some squash and zucchini. We're going to cut it up into some pieces. All we need is a little pot. Whoa, almost lost that one. Yep, we're just going to cut this up into some big bite-sized pieces here. Already washed them. No need to really peel them. Yeah, me and Marvin Williams, we were working on the it was whenever we bought one of the casino boats with when I was with American Queen Steamboat Company, and we stayed in an apartment in Jeffersonville, Indiana. So just me and Marvin and a couple of other guys would come and go, and Marvin would take us to the grocery store to buy some groceries for the apartment we were staying in. And old Marvin, he's quite the character. I first started working with him a long time ago when I worked on the American Queen in 1996. He was a junior engineer and I was a maintenance guy. And he kind of showed me some ropes. He had a shrimp boat at the time, so we'd go out shrimping. And I can tell you, he knows how to cook some shrimp. Like Bubba Gump Shrimp Company, we was having shrimp burger helper, fried shrimp, boiled shrimp, all kind of shrimp. Of course, he had some emus at the time too, so we also had some emu helper. Yeah, I'm the chief engineer on here, and if you wonder why the chief's in here cooking, it's because we don't have a cook at the moment. Sometimes cooks get sick or whatever, can't make it to the boat, and we might have to fend for ourselves for a few days. So we all kind of cover the deckhands, usually make sure something's made for breakfast or dinner, but anybody can just come down and pitch in and make something for themselves, and usually make enough for everybody else. So that's what I'm doing here today. The guys, the deckhands, are in the lock working out there, so it's cold out there today. I think it's like probably 15 degrees at the moment, but these guys are out there working, so this the least I can do is come in here, throw something on for just let it cook, something for them to come in and grab whenever they get a chance, have something hot. But this dish here, we're just squashing cucumbers in this pot here, and we'll move it to the next process. We're just going to put this on the stove. These stoves pretty much run all the time on the Towboat. Keep it warm and let it cook down. We don't have to add any water. You wouldn't believe it, but this is all going to cook down and make its own juice. So we're going to add a few seasonings and stuff. I usually add some salt, some garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, maybe a little Tony's, and some butter. We'll start off with a stick of butter. You know what they say, the more butter, the more better. She's already starting to simmer down there. Sometimes you might have to add just a little bit of water to keep the bottom from burning. That Tony's in there, a little bit of Tony's or whatever spice you like, just a little bit. This is not very spicy, but it's got a butter garlicky flavor to it when it's done. It's surprisingly delicious. I've got a brother that lives in North Carolina. Whenever he comes to visit, this is what he wants me to make. He wants some of that shrimp and squash. I'm gonna add about 3/4 cup of water, just because I know this stove is turned up pretty high. I better turn it down a little bit. Once these hot plates get hot, they stay hot pretty long, so we'll check it here again in a few minutes, but we're gonna cover it up, go in here and make a round in the entry room, make sure everything's okay, come back and check on it. We'll take some readings on these engines, see how these babies are doing. We've got the GE engines out here. I really like them, but the mechanic always tells me that GE stands for good enough. Okay, we got our readings. Now let's go out here and do a visual check, make sure everything is still intact out here, make sure there's no leaks, and make sure you don't see, hear, smell anything out of the ordinary. Okay, time to check on our stuff. I'll have to see if we can find some shrimp to put in here. Lord have mercy. We got groceries flying out of the sky. You can see on a towboat they usually have pretty good stock here of groceries. This is just one freezer out of about 3 that we have on board. Okay, we found us some shrimp. I guess this will do. I think this ought to do here. That ought to be enough shrimp. We're going to go ahead and cut the tails off of these and throw them in there. But I'm going to show you a little trick here with this bag that I learned. If you cut the bag open like this, you can use this top part to tie your bags up. That's kind of what I always do. Yeah, so once you cut it like this, you can just take the bag and use this, wrap it around there, and cinch it up pretty good. Quick and easy way to tie your bag up there. I still haven't thrown my shrimp in there. Usually I let the vegetables cook down a little bit, but you can see here this thing is making its own juice. I put that little bit of water in there, and I always do this. I'm always like, man, I need to put some water in there, but it really doesn't take much, just enough to keep the stuff from burning on the bottom. But she's cooking down pretty good. We'll throw the shrimp in just a minute. These shrimp I've got, they're so big, I cut a few of them up just to spread it out in there a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna cook it up here. It looks like we're still in the lock, just about to come out, I believe. Yeah. Sometimes they have to break the tow and put some of the barges through without us, and then we'll pick them up on the other side. But most of the time we can go right through with these small loads that we have on here. We usually have about 9 or maybe 15 barges at a time. Right before I throw the shrimp in there, I like to give me a little taste test of this juice, see how it tastes. You might want to add some more salt or garlic or maybe even some more butter, but it's tasting pretty good the way it is right now. We're gonna go ahead and put that shrimp in there. And like I say, Marvin showed me how to make this, and he used shrimp. I'm sure you could put sausage in there, would probably be good. But yeah, this is gonna cook down. It's about 9:30 right now, so this should be ready by lunchtime. it won't take long for this to cook. We'll just, the way the stove is set up, we can set these racks on the stove top and just turn the stove down, just keep everything warm. So you can see we got some lunch here I need to throw away. I mean some breakfast the guys made. Still some sausage and biscuits left. Usually not much left after breakfast, but we'll get rid of that. I've got one tip for anybody that wants to work on a boat with other people or anywhere with other people. You know, if you were raised right, you try to take care of yourself and your space and make sure that you don't put any work on anybody else. So make sure that when you have a chance, you clean up behind yourself. And so we're always making sure that the galley's clean and all your spaces are clean. If you dirty something, you make sure you clean it. If you don't clean it, then you know somebody else has to do it. So somebody else is busy working, try to take up the slack and help them out whenever you can. That's just the way I was raised, and makes living with other people a lot easier, a lot less stressful. So the cleaner your workspace, the better the workspace. So just a little tip. Got the shrimp in there. She's starting to cook down pretty good, and like I say, it's only been in there maybe 20 minutes, and we'll get this lid on here and check on it in a little while. Oh yeah, she's cooking down good. While that's going, we're going to brown some ground beef here with some taco seasonings. Just make a little something, quesadilla or something for the guys. Okay, fellow boaters, she's ready now. Good to go. Get you some crackers. You'll be ready. Shrimp and squash and meat and cheese burritos. I think they'll be okay. There she is, folks. Shrimp and squash. Recipe by Marvin Williams. Oh!